Akim. It's the brother Samak. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Waharakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Mount Stone, who rule well, and peace and blessings to you hopeful elect. Brothers out there pushing this word, putting up videos throughout the week. Shalom to you. Coming with another lesson. Quick lesson, basically, talking about the Lord is merciful upon us, man. And we know that the Lord is merciful upon us because he woke us back to this truth. If we were still in the world, we just continue to fall down the wrong path of sin. And the Lord was merciful upon us because he put the Spirit upon us for us to come back into his ways, man. His judgments, his statutes, We're doing our best to keep the commandments. We're getting out of the world. We're not following these pagan, demonic holidays anymore, so-called holidays. We're not celebrating Christmas. We're not celebrating Halloween, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, all those things, Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays. We're not doing none of that self-worship shit no more, man. We're not prideful no more. We're not vain anymore. We humble servants, man. We're prisoners of hope now. We put all our hope and trust in our power, Yahweh, man. Why Yahweh Shai? And that's the grace and the mercy that the Lord has put upon us, man. I'm going to get this. Ephesians 2:8, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of Yahweh, man. So grace, we are saved through, man. And it's a gift to Yahweh, man. He sent his son, Yahweh Shai, man, to come down here and set shit straight, man. He came down here to, build up his disciples, man, to give this testament, man. Like it says in Romans 15:4, the things of former are written for our learning today, man. Through the scriptures, we're saved by hope, man. Yahweh Shai came to give that testament, build up his disciples, man. And then we got brothers like Paul, man, brothers like John, Peter, all these brothers, man. All these others, our ancestors that came and gave us game, man. Gave us the law, gave us the scriptures, told us what we needed to do to get right, man. And it was all given by Yahweh Shai, which was given by Yahweh. That's a gift. So this grace, man, that we have is mercy, man. Yahweh Shai dying for us, man. His blood, man, is our grace. But you can't take grace for granted because Yahweh Shai gave no man license to sin, as it said in scriptures. He gave no man license to sin. And you got a lot of these wicked niggas out here, man, that will take grace, man, and make a whole doctrine out of it, basically saying, do as thou wilt, even in a Christian church, man. They feel like they try to justify their wickedness but in Jesus, man, saying as long as you believe he died for our sins. When that's complete blasphemy because, yeah, he died for the sins of the elect, man. He died for the sins of the nation of Israel, but first and foremost, the elect, because we're hopeful, we have faith that, we're going to be saved on this end. We don't have to go through that punishment, man. We don't got to go through the lake of fire. We don't got to go through get die by the famine. We don't got to die in Jacob's trouble. You know what I mean? We don't got to get caught up in the hell that's coming to America and the four corners of the earth, at that. Let me see if I got something more on here. Let me see. Verse 10, for we are his workmanship, created in Yahweh Shai unto good works, which Yahweh hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Yeah, Yahweh Shai, he created, he came down to show us the good works, man. He came to show us, man, that it's possible. You know what I mean? But he told us, man, in the flesh, man, you're going to have trouble in the flesh, But, through grace, you're saved, man. But you got to have faith. And faith without works are dead, man. Like Yahweh Shai said, I came not to destroy the law of the prophets, man, but to fulfill it. And we know that through the law, if you sin, you had to make a sacrifice for your sin, man. Blood had to be shed for that. And Yahweh Shai was that blood. But Yahweh Shai's blood is forever renewing in the eyes of the Lord, man. So, and it's just that simple, you know? It's just that simple because it's basically like, I'm trying to think. It's basically like, look, you can't have faith in Yahweh Shai and not do the things he say, you know? He said, if ye love me, keep my commandments. He that breaketh one of these least commandments shall be called least. You know what I mean? And teach men to do so, you know? And he that do these commandments and teach men to do so shall be called great. So we have that faith in being great. That's why we teach people the law, you know what I'm saying? We teach the people the law. Like, yo, come back, at least come back and try to keep the law. Now, we also teach that you're not bound by the law. You're not justified by the law, but you're justified by your faith. But like it's scripture say, your faith without works is dead. We can't stress that enough. You can't have faith in the Lord and not try to keep his ways, you know what I'm saying? Don't be over righteous, but at least try, man. If you can keep a lot of these least commandments, man, like you have a choice in eating shrimp, man. You have a choice in eating lobster and shaving your beard, you know what I'm saying? And celebrating Christmas and your birthday and you know, all these different things, man. And if you know, keeping the Sabbath to the best of your ability, if you off, you know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna get next? Let me get this. You know, this is how you know this is great for us, man. I'm gonna go in the Apocrypha first. Sirach 39:1. What the heck? So like it says, but he giveth his mind. It says, he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. Yeah, and the point on this I wanted to get was really just, you know, he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof, you know? So we give our minds, man, to keeping the laws, you know what I'm saying? We occupy, we meditate on the laws, you know what I'm saying? Like every day we go into the world, we thinking twice about certain things we'll do. Oh, I gotta check to see if this has some pork in it. Oh, what's in this food? Hold up, they talking about what? They doing what over there? Oh, it's who over there? They doing what? You know what I'm saying? Like we think twice about certain things. Some brothers, you know, are ladies' men in this truth. You know what I'm saying? You got to think twice about certain women you mess with, you know? You got some guys who are really big on, like, sports or something, you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with that because it could be borderline, like, you know, some people get, you know, we even music, you know, we live in a world where people have a lot of idols, man. There's a lot of idolatry. Idolatry is at its all-time highs, man, in the world. Not just with false gods like stones and idols like Buddha statues and stuff like that, but even actual live people, you know, like Beyonce is an idol to 95% of women. You know, Rihanna, Cardi B, you know, you got all, what's the other girl name? I don't know what her name is, man. But Cash Doll, yeah. But like, you know, all these women that are role models to these other younger women, man. And these women in the that industry, man, they harlots, man. You know what I'm saying? They're bad, they're harlots, or they don't follow order. They don't, you know, believe in the order that the Lord set up and ordained. And that's the reason why these relationships and different things don't work out. And they don't understand why. It's because the Lord has not given them that understanding. You know what I'm saying? And that's the next point I'm going to get. Let me get this in Sirach 39:6. When the great Lord will, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding. He shall pour out wise sentences and give thanks unto the Lord in his prayer. And that's going into, you know, the elect, because The Lord willed us to have this understanding. He poured this understanding upon us. He put the Spirit on us to hear, have an ear for this truth, and then continue to pour the Spirit on us daily to seek the truth, and then keep constantly growing. And as we grow in the truth, we pray for more and for more and for more, and the Lord is blessing us with more and more and more, because at any given time, the Lord could take the Spirit from us. And that's why brothers need to be humble, because you being in his truth still is showing the Lord is dealing with you. But at the end of the day, you have brothers that fall out. And, that could very much be you. You could start, day in and day out, get bucked out, And you ever notice a lot of brothers, man, you might be in the truth. You might go a week, and your spirit is a little off. You might not be reading as much. You're not, I'm speaking on personal experience. Like this past week has been a bad week for me as far as balance wise. There's a lot going on with my job. It was just a lot going on with me. So my balance has been very off. I haven't been reading as much as I haven't been putting the videos through this week, man. Watching videos, man. It's just been a bad week, but, I constantly kept self-examining and praying to the Lord, man. And that's basically what that spirit is on me. Like the Lord still has a spirit on me because I'm still having that consciousness, and I'm still asking for it. But it's all about the Lord deals with a balance. So, some days you're gonna be on fire for a couple weeks. Your fire might go low, then it come back up, then it'll go low, then it come back up, then it'll be on some moderate, then it go up, then go down. It's a balance. Let me get this. Jeremiah 10:23. It says, "O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps." So yeah, people try to believe in this thing called free will, where you really think that you create your own path. You really feel that you create your own path, your own destiny. Well, I don't even want to say destiny because a lot of people don't believe in destiny, but you create your path. They in America, primarily, they teach this thing where you basically have control of what you do in your life, And us brothers in this truth, we have so much more wisdom and knowledge than that. We know that all our goings are of the Lord. Even if the Lord is not dealing with you on the right-hand side, he could be dealing with you on the left-hand side. You're a 2/3 or even a heathen, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord still is directing your path. He still ordained and predestinated your path and what you would do in this lifetime, And the Lord deals with spirit of influence, man. It's like there's no really free will, because if the Lord wants you to do something, you're going to do it. He's not going to mind control you and just force you to start doing stuff. And you're constantly thinking like, what the hell is going on? No. The Lord's going to pour spirits upon you to make you start feeling a certain way. It might make you turn this way or look this way or walk this way. You know what I mean? It's like something that's telling you and you just like naturally do it. Or obstacles come into your life to where you just naturally, it puts you on a certain path. You know what I'm saying? All these different things. That's how the Lord deals. Primarily with the elect I'm going to speak on, because this video is basically about the Lord's mercy. And it's true because, like I said, we could have still been in the world, man. Most brothers in this thing was, some brothers were in a pretty good, space to where they weren't bad people, I'm going to say, for lack of better terms. But they just didn't have no knowledge. You have some people who are zealous for the Lord, but didn't have knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people that were in a Christian church that was zealous for the Lord. Always trying to go hard, but they had no knowledge, so they was only going based off what they told. Or you had some brothers like, I'm gonna speak myself personally. I've always, I was raised in a Christian church. But, spiritually wise, I was never really like connected, but I always believed in the Lord, you know what I mean? Kind of like, I was always soul searching, I was kind of lost, but I was soul searching, but I always knew that the Bible was like pretty much it. So me coming into the truth wasn't hard when I heard this thing. Literally, like I didn't reject this truth, not one way, shape, or form. And that's all due to Yahweh, man. This is Psalms 37 and 23. The steps of a good man are ordained by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Yeah, you know, a good man, man, a good man. Now, really, we ain't good. You know, only one who is good is Yahweh. But, you know, a godly man or a righteous man, you know, what can be considered a good man. You know what I'm saying? Good man. You know what I mean? Where our steps are ordered by the Lord. You know, everything we do on a day-to-day basis are not of our own, man. You know, Shalawam, you always say, man, the goings of man not of his own. You know, like he say that on a regular basis, man. Anytime, you know, something you feel like something ain't, yo, I don't know why it's happening, man. Yo, Shalawam, like, listen, man, goings of man not of his own, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that brother always, you know, kind of keeps us strong with. You know, just letting us know that, listen, bro, everything happens for a reason. The Lord is, you know, the Lord is moving for a certain reason that you might not understand yet, but in time it will be revealed. I'm gonna get this last precept. It's Proverbs. I think it's 20th chapter. Yeah, here we go. Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord Yahweh. How can a man then understand his own way? Exactly. So the goings of man are not of his own, man. The goings of man are of Yahweh. He directed our path. He directed our steps. He put spirits on us to make us do certain things, to feel certain ways, to understand certain things. Henceforth, it's causing us to either grow or decline, you know. The Lord might bring some brothers into this truth and take them out to be an example, you know, or to cast a worse judgment upon them, because the scripture says it's better to not have heard this truth than to have heard it, come in and go back into the world, you know, and look back. Like Yahweh Shah said, no man that putteth his hand to the plow and turneth back is fit for the kingdom, you know. So Yahweh does that, but most importantly, Yahweh puts the spirit on brothers to wake up to this truth, to come back to his ways, because like it said in Psalms 19 and 7, the law is perfect in converting the soul, man. And that's what it is. So the Lord puts our ears back to the law, because when we get that new covenant, that's what we're rehearsing for, man. We're rehearsing righteous act, because when we get that new covenant, we'll have our new bodies, and the Lord's going to give us the promise to put the laws in our inward parts, in our hearts and our minds, so that we'll be like the angels, will be sin-proof, you know. We won't ever be able to go up against. Therefore, the Lord will never depart from us again. And that's the promise, and that's the patience and the faith of the saints. Lord willing, this video was edifying to you, brothers. Till next time, shalom.